Hello there, everyone. It is Tarot Tuesday. Thank you for being a part of this community. I'm sending you a ton of love, and I hope you're doing well. So, whenever this becomes public later on in the future as well, don't forget to subscribe and share and comment, obviously. So, I definitely want to share how these spreads are going to be working first before we start diving into them. Like, you're going to pick one line, doesn't matter what line it is, but they're going to be working that way. Okay, these up here are going to be all pertaining to us, and then that is everything else is pretty much aligns with itself. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and pick your deck right now, the lower deck or the higher deck. They each have a message. The message is for the year, okay? So I had previously already picked out this deck. I already knew it was the one that I was supposed to go with. Have you picked yet? One of the ways that I really like to pick a deck is by just staring at the whole entire scheme of it all, right? So stare at your entire screen. Take a deep breath. Relax your vision. Don't look for anything. Just kind of see the whole frame. And then you're going to see one of the decks is kind of highlighted over the other one. Or one of them just kind of stands out more to you, or you feel like your eyes are drawn to a specific one. That's how you know that's what's really in resonance, okay? All right, so let's get started. So I had picked out this deck. We're going to start off with this deck. So we're going to start off on this far corner over here. We're going to read these basic energies that we must understand in the psychic realms, okay? Especially when it comes to our crown chakra. This is a crown chakra life lesson here, something that's going to tell us a little bit about what's about to happen when it comes to our inner understanding at the crown chakra. Notice how I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, okay? So these people in the crown chakra, they have great power. They can make something huge happen this year. If you've picked this out, just know that literally the mother of the seas is telling you that you have the power of the oceans. Not only the expansiveness, you have the unknown resources, even if you think you don't have them. You have the determination, the fluidity, the movement to make this happen. I'm looking at the clock right now. It is 8:47 on the clock. All right. 8 means abundance. 4 means everything's okay. 7 is telling you you are in harmony. We have high energies happening right now. The cosmic dice is telling you it's about all intuition. So if the 7th chakra is all about life energy based off of Antojai, we're going to be looking at that and we're going to be like, okay, this is your year to make something massive happen in some way, because you have tons of power. You have literally the power of the oceans, and you have the element of water pushing you. It's about movement, okay? The dice is telling us that it's all subconscious, female, surrendering into your flow, okay? So maybe this year you should start focusing on reading Taoism, all right? It's spelled T-A-O, all right? But it's pronounced Tao. And it really talks a lot about being able to go with the flow. And if reality were a river, how do you flow with that? That's going to be something that's going to be very powerful for you if you can align yourself with that. So it's going to be a year of soul retrieval from the Isis deck, all right? Deep soul healing with the goddess. So Isis here is telling you you're about to make it happen, okay? And it's not always going to be easy, remember, because this is the card of the third eye, okay? So it's very interesting how the in CM3 and the third Ankh of the soul, it lands on a 6. You guys can see how that's going to be playing out in your life. It's very powerful. You're supposed to be here right now in this moment, experiencing whatever you've been experiencing. All right, not because you have completely become victim or anything like that about it. It's because you are where you're supposed to be right now, even though it seems like you're not doing anything. That's sometimes part of ascension. Sometimes part of your ascension is you actually focusing on your healing. A lot of times people are like, well, I want my life to begin. I want my life to have purpose. I want my life to evolve. But you barely know yourself. You barely have the energy to commit to something because you haven't been able to, focus on yourself. Sometimes existence is just being. The human condition is always like, oh, I'm not doing it. If I'm not doing something, I'm not good enough. But sometimes all you have to do is exist. And when you stop moving so much, you can have something come to you. Or you can have flow happen through you. Okay? And that's one of the things you'll learn in Taoism, if that's something you really want to take my advice on. That's Ascended Master Coaching. If you were my client and I'm reading this already, you have to go start reading Taoism. Because you need to start detaching from the drama. That is your throat chakra. Listen to that, girl. It is detaching from drama. Athena is telling us, no, this year is for you to heal your soul and be in flow. Magical powers. The heart chakra is about breaking that illusion. You've been living in some sort of illusion. What you have been asking for is here. But understand that it's going to be a moment where you need to have a stronger sense of determination than you've ever had before, because your reality is going to change drastically. If you really want to make this stick very powerfully, because this is what you've been asking for, this right here is tied to the 8th chakra. Transcending the illusion, time, space, understanding concepts of infinity that don't make sense. This is going to be a ride that's going to not only purify your life and may bring some drama, because when you detach from drama, sometimes you need some drama to get rid of some drama. Sometimes you detach from drama and drama does not want to let you go. So you need to be ready to be able to express your authenticity, to detach from drama, to be able to own your own wisdom, to know when it's wise to, whatever associated to drama. Think about throat chakra alchemy when it comes to detaching from drama. Are you participating in drama particularly? You can't detach from drama and still kind of have your 2 cents to the whole gossip that's brewing in the stew, all right? It's rather you get a cup of tea or you decide to stay home and watch some Netflix and not even partake in the tea party, if you know what I mean. So then here, we're going to be looking at the sacral chakra. The solar plexus chakra. So Roaster is with us, and he's saying, I awaken the fire of my heart. Very interesting how we awaken the fire of our heart and we break the illusion, which allows us to detach from drama and then do soul retrieval and also be in flow with our ultimate intuition. Whoa. Okay. It's a moment that's going to challenge you to grow and force you in a position where you have grown wisdom, a kind of wisdom that other people just can't understand, a kind of wisdom that is hard to attain, but is a wisdom that is also slightly flawed, because it's a wisdom that allows you to easily be fooled once it's attained, that there is nothing more beyond that. So your sacral chakra is going to reach a state of understanding where your mind understands things about the illusions and ether. And because you understand those things of the higher realms, you'll be able to detach from drama. But at the same time, this right here could easily interrupt reaching these higher tiers, because this one has to do with abundance and also slight vanity. So sometimes when you really start understanding alchemy and you start using it to detach from drama, like bills or people or scenarios that you didn't want to get involved in, that will automatically open up levels of you understanding yourself. But the moment you start allowing your abundance, particularly to take over these higher realms right here, that you're always in flow. Don't attach too much, don't focus too much on drama, because boops, you're lowering your vibration. You're always in flow. Don't get stuck in just the past and things of understanding your soul. You're always in movement. Don't get trapped in time in the ethers. You're always in movement. You know, these two elements don't coexist. So here there's like a two elementals, fire and then water. Okay, so very interesting. Water is also tied to your kidneys. Fire is also tied to your heart. This is releasing a lot of fears that would play in somewhere around here. This is that wisdom. Once you've attained whatever it is that's happening here, and as long as you understand that part of your lesson is to never feel fooled, that because you've understood and accomplished all these higher things, and that you feel like you're in flow and you understand more portions of your soul, and you detach from the drama and you understand the illusion, and you're feeling like this burning passion in your heart, and you're having all the abundance come to you, and you're just vibing, and you feel really wise, and you just get it, that does not stop there. If you stop there, this will dismantle itself shortly after. So the moment is, you're never going to feel always this powerful. All right, you need to understand that there will come a moment where this power will too have to change. Just like water is movement. If you are just stuck when you get your manifestation and you're like, oh no, that is everything, all these things are going to shut themselves off because you are not in flow. All right, because water is constantly moving. It doesn't stop unless it gets frozen into ice, and then ice creates illness. If you create illness, poops, forget about all that. Forget about the alignment. That's your main warning. Your root chakra. 21. 2 means staying positive while you manifest with 1. The owl tells us that you have a great power to see into the subconscious right now. This card particularly, check this out. So this card, and this card are all tied to like the unknown, the psychic realms. This card and the element of water are also tied to the third eye. So this year for you is going to be very powerful in the third eye. It's going to be opening up lots of doors in your soul. It's going to be allowing you to understand lots of your own psychic abilities, because remember, as you do soul retrieval, you have psychic abilities come out. I just made a energy update on how Ascension and Descension happen when you are the nexus point, or when you are the event horizon of the above below, right? Very good energy right there. So if you pick this deck, ooh, good for you. Just remember, there's that one lesson that you have to make sure that you never stop growing, but you just stay keen, stay present, sharpen this year with all this upgrading that's coming to you. Sharpen your sight on being able to read people. If you're going to be doing a lot of soul retrieval, learn how to read souls, girl. If you're going to be, detaching from drama this year, learn how to catch drama so that you never have to deal with these patterns ever again. It's not enough to just be like, okay, I'm going to just pay attention to drama and make sure, oh, okay, I'm going to avoid dramatic situations. No, it's be able to see it, you know what I mean? Like, that is seeing it, I guess. But ultimately, some people would be like, oh, I know this is going to happen. I'm still going to go anyway, whatever. And then the drama happens, and this pattern stays in their life, right? Instead of seeing it and being like, oh, well, I see the drama, I'm going to avoid it altogether. That's what ultimately owning that power animal right there is for your totem. So, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's dive into this lower deck. Now this lower deck is my deck. Let's find out what's going on. We have a dissension node here attached to the moon. So there's some sort of subconscious block that's happening, particularly within the subconscious. This card right here is tied to essentially the energies of psychic attack. All right, So in my life, this right here is very much so real. Most recently, I started realizing that there's someone right now who's trying to psychically attack me from the shadows, and it's not necessarily working out for them because I have a lot of protections, but it's very sneaky because usually I can see people when they're doing that, and I can't see that person right now. Which is kind of like, okay, I'm dealing with somebody who knows what they're doing, but they're still not skilled enough to go toe to toe, you know? So this year for you is going to be a lot of psychic attack coming, a lot of challenging. So you know what? Some people are going to read these two cards, be like, oh my God, I'm descending, and my subconscious is going to be under attack, psychic attack, and I'm going to have enemies attacking me. Oh my God, what a horrible year. I don't see it that way. I'm going to be looking at that. I'm like, okay, I know what's up. So I already felt that someone was trying to psychically attack me. I picked this deck. This deck is telling me exactly what I already know. All right, how do I beat a psychic attack? I sharpen my skills. I don't go to sleep for show. I'm not going to turn a blind eye. I'm not going to feel comfortable. I know what's around me. If I'm in the middle of the jungle and I know there's a tiger close by, I'm going to pay attention to my surroundings. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to move with purpose because I'm not going to fall into your trap. I'm going to psychically amp myself so much that if at some point it felt wise or attainable to you to psychically attack me, you're gonna really see soon that you have a lot more to outweigh. That outweighs the reason why you would want to go after this to whatever is going to come as a repercussion of interacting with my energy in that fashion. That's how I see it. All right, I'm going to have issues with my subconscious. That is soul work. Like, you're going to constantly be hitting a wall with your subconscious on things you have to do, things you have to fix, things that, whatever it is. I definitely right now have been, like this year as well, I have been focusing on like changing what I am doing, and being more clear with where I am going, because that's what is needed right now, right? So that can be part of having to descend into my subconscious so that I can then understand myself. But when I do that, I also have to be aware that if I'm going to be doing some deep soul diving, that will open me up eventually to something, because that's just naturally, there's cause and effect and everything, right? So then here, knowing that I'm going to be doing some deep soul work and I could potentially be open to these psychic attacks, I need to take a further step. I never meditate outside of my house. I never meditate without my malas. I never meditate without these other precautions that I have everywhere, because when I do some deep subconscious work, I'm not going to even let this be a factor in my reality. That is how you use tarot. When tarot tells you, hey, something is not right, something is about to happen, I use the information to be a creator of my own reality. I don't read this saying, oh, well, that's what's going to happen and I cannot do anything about it. Like, you have to learn how to read your tarot as like the weather, right? Card Truth. All right, this one's a throat chakra related one with secret powers, the names of power, divine power. This is also something in my third eye that I've been working with. I'm understanding some crazy things that I just... This is what's going to be happening to you this year. You are about to be understanding secrets of secrets of secrets that you will never be able to share with people. Secrets of secrets about yourself that are so hard to swallow that they force you to grow into a new person. Or you'll cave altogether under that truth and you'll be stuck. So if you picked this deck right here, your third eye is going to go through moments where you're going to have to define a heavy truth that hurts your brain, maybe forces you to really let go of, maybe the last 20 years you've been holding on to some sort of grudge towards something, And once you understand this truth about the universe, you're going to have to make a choice to let go of that or stay where you're at. Because now you have the answer on what really matters. And those moments are really hard in Ascension, because you want to find a reason to stick to that energy, okay? For instance, this is a great example. I have an ex of mine that knows how to talk to me through astral space. He most recently connected with me last night, tried to send me this message where it wasn't coming from a positive place. And I was just like, listen, in love and light, I was just like, listen, like, life, there's more to existence than this. Like, you have to stop doing this to yourself. Like, I really want you to move on in happiness, no matter what happened between us. And if you're, like, you'll be happier if you just let it go, you know? And I literally said that to him in astral space. And when I woke up the next morning, this really played out, because I was like, whoa, I'm at this point where I had all these strong feelings towards him. Like, and now all I want him to do is be happy. Like, move on, live your life. You deserve to be with someone else, somewhere else, doing something that makes you smile. Like, stop focusing on what was, you know? And it was so interesting to me. And I commented it to my friends, and that was a deep truth. Like, I've moved past that, because I saw him kind of like in pain without him realizing that he was in pain, because he was in anger. And I understood the anger was coming from pain. And all I wanted to do is be like, yo, it's okay. That was last night. And then this morning was like, you know, he posted something on his Instagram where it's him smiling. It's like the first picture of him smiling for a while, after a while. And it says, like, I'm starting to feel like a better me in 2020. And I knew he had absorbed what I told him in astral space. And that was another huge lesson to me. It was like how, you know, even through astral space, the grudges that you have towards people, the things that are going on in your life, those are still connected. They're not just here. Just because you got in a fight with somebody here doesn't mean that, like, it stayed here. Just because you're not consciously dealing with them, it doesn't mean that it's stuck inside of you because you didn't consciously deal with it, or you chose to alienate yourself. Like, it means that, like, that energy is still connected right now. Like, to every person, to every event that you have ever had an interaction with that is holding negative weight for you, you're literally right now, like, talking to it face to face, and you're not even aware of it. That's a deep truth that's hard to swallow, meaning you want to stay engaged with that pain, with that issue. I chose not to be engaged with that, and I chose to try to give somebody back their life no matter what happened between us. I chose that first. Because you can do it. If you've been struggling this year, or the past year of 2019, actually, if you've been, it's obviously this year. If you've been struggling 2019, you can do it. You got this. You got this. Keep doing it, okay? Keep going, because it's gonna be tough. This doesn't sound like an easy journey, all right? But I've walked this journey before. It's literally not as scary as it sounds. It's just don't let your guard down. Be aware, stay awake. Your main interest is working on your subconscious, because there are some things you need to really know. And when those things come out, accept it as hard as it is. Own it. Love it. Be it. Move on, because you can do it. Right? That's your throat chakra is telling you that you can do it. Archangel Michael is telling you that you can do it. Because you're supposed to move into, wow, look at this. Fiery energy, creator energy, movement energy, power energy. Very, very interesting how, you know, it started off, you're going to be under psychic attack, and you have to do all this work, and, you know, it's going to be really hard pill to swallow. The divine's name of power that are secret inside of your own reality. The astral You're about to make it happen. Whatever is about to happen is going to change your life. You just have to be on top of your game. This year is for you to work out and get it done. All right? Think of yourself as entering boot camp this year. If you go into boot camp knowing it's not going to be easy, if you go into boot camp knowing what's really good, it's going to be less intense for you when you have to do the drills. Because you're like, I knew what I came into. I knew what was coming. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this boot camp. You can do it. You can do it. Do it. You can do it. Oh my God. I made it past it. Oh, yes. Whoa. Whoa. I'm stronger than I ever knew I was possible. And sometimes, you know, I let imagery explain also what the cards are doing. Those are the cards telling me what to tell you when it comes to imagery. I am radiant and holy, Mary Magdalene, at your solar plexus chakra. Ooh, ooh. So this right here, listen, the fire, you are radiant and holy. You have divine truths, names of power. Okay? Didn't I tell you? Before I even flipped this over, I told you it was all about working out. Going through it and working out. So what? So on the third dimension, because this third layer, each one of them is a dimension. All right? Seventh dimension, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? Each one of them is a chakra on its own. On the third dimension, for people in deck A, they're going to really open up their hearts. They're really going to start understanding higher truths. For people over here on this deck, because they didn't have names to begin with, you're going to understand how powerful, radiant, holy, juicy, divine, amazing, like if I could just have like a straight up endless telepathic boof towards you with all the positive words that could ever allow you to understand what it is to be absolutely radiant, that's what I'm sending to you right now. Because 3, the masters are with you, and you're going through, you got tons of luck this year, literally. So this card and this card make me feel very comfortable, because I know I'm not doing this alone. Whoever it is that is trying to psychically attack me and take me down, I got the masters with me. Like, that's what's up. I have luck with me as well. Luck is a vibration, and luck only has crappy probability if you are not aware that you have control over the probability. So very interesting. Like, all of a sudden now I'm reading this deck over here and I'm contradicting, you know, like when they tell you how to read tarot, if you're not analyzing how each card analyzes with another one, you're kind of missing details. So I already, by just having this is my sacral chakra too. This is my area of acceptance, my area of abundance, my area of manifestation, my area of doing a lot of, you know, of those emotional things. And the medicine woman is all about healing. The medicine woman is all about, you know, luck. People love her. People take care of her. People connect with her because she gets something that other people don't. It's a very cool energy. So like, this has always been one of my cards in my decks overall. So has been the fiery. So like, it's really cool to see like how I really did align with myself. And the next one is the swan. The swan is another one of my totems. 39. 3, the masters are with you. 9, helping you evolve. All right, 39, you are evolving past something that has been blocking your ascension. The swan particularly is beautiful because the swan, when it starts off, is not necessarily the cutest. It's not really like, it doesn't really stand out, and then it evolves into something magnificent, that's powerful, that stands its ground, that is admired, right? It is like this, the ultimate sign of overcoming the grime that you've been probably living your entire life or dealing with most recently. This is the swan is telling you that you're overcoming that, you're coming on top. The swan is also tied to black holes, which is also something like the black holes. Literally, that's what I've been understanding about about reality. And think about, look at this. The card that talks about the swan literally mentions black holes, right? I'm talking about my psychic divinity is here with the black holes, and these two are essentially the kundalini. What is the energy of the element that's running this? The fire. You're becoming radiant, like it's gonna be endurance based. You got luck, you got energy. Like, people who are here are literally activating a level of their kundalini that you will not be able to understand unless you're willing to say, all right, I'm gonna have to push past the burn. My God, I don't know if I can do another one. But I'm gonna do it because I wanted that six-pack, you know? Like, you gotta be like that with your consciousness. And that's the hardest part, is understanding that it's gonna come from every angle. Because what you're gonna be understanding, especially if it comes down to the black holes, you know, one of my abilities is the black hole, and black holes, nothing escapes them, but not even light. Light gets bent by the black holes, right? So you can use black holes to overcome light patterns that do not serve you anymore because the light cannot escape. Whoa, right? Which would force you to evolve the same way a swan does. Which would then activate your kundalini at the root chakra. Go through your sacral chakra, amplifying your abundance, going through your solar plexus and your mind, giving you radiance and holiness, and then going through your heart, which is fire. Oh man, you're already tapping into an energy here that people over here are going to be tapping into probably next year. All right, so you're ahead of the curve already, just a tiny bit. Oh my God, you can do it. You just have to keep believing in yourself. You know that the angels and masters are with you. You're going to be unlocking deep levels of power and understanding, and it's going to be intense. And you know, people are going to want to psychically attack you while you're working on yourself, and it's going to seem very challenging, like you're descending, or maybe you're losing grips with reality. But guess what? You can do it. So we have Herkimer Diamond that I felt intuitively guided to bring out here. And the Herkimer Diamond is all about psychic abilities, expanding, and it seems like before I was able to read it, this is why this stone wanted to be here for us. So then let's go ahead and read these layers out here of these, dice. What's really awesome here, we have Jupiter, all right? Then we have Pluto. All of them have suns on the underside, all right? So the sun is telling us we're going through ascension, all right? If you are an alchemy student, you better start using the 11th key every day. That is going to be your best friend today, literally. Also, I had sent the lead researchers before I did this thing, all right? Didn't I tell the lead researchers I connected you to Jupiter energy, and that I was working with you to manifest and move Jupiter energy, and I started giving you guys cosmic alchemy? Didn't I tell you that? Right? What's up? What did I just tell you? Jupiter. All right? So Jupiter at your sacral chakra, seriously, abundance is coming your way massive. Jupiter at your throat chakra, all right? That lots of abundance coming to you still when it comes to wisdom, all right? So we have material abundance that's going to be coming. We got deep wisdom and authenticity that's going to be coming and being amplified and abundant. Then we have, again, On your solar plexus, Jupiter, lots of things that are going to grow and expand and be fruitful and successful for your mind and your creativity and your inner child. All right? All of it, it's going to be growing. All right? When it comes to your root chakra, Pluto, you're overcoming. Pluto is associated still with 9, right? You're evolving past things that do not matter anymore. And then when we're looking at the underside, the ascended variable here of the sun and that variable space that is associated with it, you see that there's nothing but ascension this year. Those are the main components that are ruling everybody. Everybody's being forced to ascend. Everyone's got a different way to ascend, though, right? And it depends on what you're looking at and what you're dealing with, and that's why we have this. We're going to go ahead and look at that last variable right there. That is the heart chakra with Mars, and then we have a moon node, which is really interesting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move it right here. So we have Mars, right? And then we have the moon node, subconscious heart related stuff. We already know that, right? Then we're going to look over, we have Venus. We're going to be really diving into our hearts. We already knew that. Then we look again and we know that there's going to be some sort of hurdles with Saturn and problems. We kind of sort of already knew that too. But now you see how the cosmic dice are there with you. So then we have the final energy that is ruling all of the year. If you're questioning what's going to be happening this year, now you know. Magic and ritual, crafting sacred practice. Wait. Oh my God. I'm about to, Ascension, evolving towards success and abundance, which is going to bring you a lot of adventure with Mars and all those components that are going to be a little bit difficult. But wait, you're going to start understanding levels of magic that have to do beyond the time space, and then tapping into your soul retrieval energy and being in movement with water and amplifying your heart and being really cognizant of like your third eye and like your psychic abilities and your empathic subtle abilities. Magic and ritual. What? You're going to start understanding how the black holes and your luck are all tied to your holy radiance and your divine secrets that have to do with things that you probably won't be able to speak about, that's tied to your general existence and amplification of the Kundalini energy that forces you to create things that are amazing. What? Magic and ritual. And we know that is, for people down here, it's just going to be a little bit more of some guarding. So make sure you're wearing, if I were you, I would always be wearing some black stone that is protecting you from psychic attack. Get some aura quartz, get some Herkimer diamond, get some tourmaline, get some onyx, get some, if you want to use bronzite, you can use bronzite, but I don't really like using bronzite too much. Get some orgonite, get some black kyanite. What's another good one? Blank it out. Gonna like scan my house really fast. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the good ones. Yep. So here we go. We have all that energy really rolling. You got that really great. If you're in deck, the top deck right here. Really the stones for you guys, I would recommend lapis lazuli for the year for you guys. Maybe some blue lace agate. Also some aura quartz. If you can get a blue tinted aura quartz, that's also a really great stone for you guys. And then I would think about one last stone to recommend to you guys, serpentine for this, for the top deck as well. But we already know what's up. This is a powerful year. If you were manifesting anything, it's coming. If it was Ascension, this year is not going to give you an option. You don't have an option to give up on yourself this year. If you do, you're going to somehow stall some of this. At the end of the day, you cannot blame anyone for what is happening to you if everything is a reflection of self and everything is a dream. At the end of the day, you must understand that these are things that are telling you what's about to happen. It's about to rain for 4 hours, and then it's about, and then it's about to get real sunny. The first month of the year is going to be a little bit struggleful, okay? I'm gonna estimate this right here is going to be January, February right here, all right? And then the rest of the year, legit, is going to be solid. It's going to be super juicy. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be summer. A little bit of spring, winter. It's okay. I'm okay with that. The summer is where you can pull out those booty shorts. When it comes down to these deck right here, I estimate this one being about like 3.5 months time. So this would be like January, February, March, mid-March, when these are going to start getting triggered. So that's your kind of indicator. All right, so like these 3.5 months for you guys before you hit this right here, and then all this kicks into like hyper effect. About 2 months, 2.2 months for you guys here before all this really kicks in. So you got your homework. This is it. I want you to save this on your playlist. Literally reference it maybe every Tarot Tuesday. I want you to look at how this reading and whatever you picked, and I want you to pull out a notebook right now too. Write down which deck you picked, all right, from this. Save the tab, and every Tarot Tuesday for the next of 2020, you're going to come read whatever decks you pick and compare it to whatever it is that you picked down here, and see how that's tied to your magic and ritual and all these cosmic elements, okay? So if you picked this deck right here, all these variables are running all year. All that on top is running all year. If you pick this deck, all this is running all year. All of that up there is running all year, all right? Sending you so much love. I hope you really liked this reading. I know it was really long, but I mean, like I told you, this is going to be a really fun experiment for you guys to see how tarot can really change your life. All right? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You can do it. Detach from drama. And I'll see you in our next episode, because you're magical.